All right, my US-based friends, let's level set for just a minute. You've been wondering what this whole Pi cryptocurrency thing is all about. Maybe some of your friends sent you this video and you're trying to really get a grasp on why it matters and why, honestly, the rest of the world has blown up over it and why we in the US are still getting used to it. And is there any purpose in getting into it at this point? Is the whole thing a scam? And why has it blown up the way that it has? Well, my friends, if you are curious to any of these questions, you found the right place. In this video, we're going to talk about Pi. We're going to talk about why it's blown up and what it means for you and the rest of the world coming right up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If we haven't met before, and just by the nature of this video, there's a good chance we haven't. My name is Wes Spencer, and I am a technologist. I'm a cybersecurity nerd, and I have built and bought and sold companies of all kinds, especially cybersecurity companies. And in this channel, I cover a lot of that stuff, and I definitely cover cryptocurrency. I've been involved in crypto for, let's just say, a number of years, and I've been following this whole Pi journey since the very beginning. In the description down below, you'll actually see my very first review on Pi. I wasn't really that favorable to it. There was a lot of red flags. In fact, maybe some of the same red flags that you see in the whole thing. And as I've gone through this journey, it's been really fun and interesting to see what's happened in the world and the ecosystem of Pi cryptocurrency itself. And so I encourage you to watch some of my other videos about it if you want to learn more about it. But this video here is to address a particular question that I've gotten from a lot of my friends in the US, which is, what the heck, man? This crypto is like, is it even a crypto, by the way? It's so different than everything that's out there, which, by the way, is why I have coined the term MMC, or mobile mining cryptos. I've seen a lot of people start to adopt the term, which is really good. What are these things all about? And why is it taking off for the rest of the world and a little slower in adoption, but coming up quick in the US? So first of all, let's just talk about a little bit of the history that's happened with cryptos that the rest of the world has not experienced the way that you and I have as Americans. So I remember when Bitcoin was first coming out, and no one really believed in it except for us nerds, but it was kind of interesting because Bitcoin was, and still is to this day, a proof of work crypto. And what that means is if you believed in it, with the resources that you had available, you could go and mine it yourself. You could just jump right in and start making some amount of Bitcoin over time. And if you hodled it, or what I call hold fast in my channel, and you held to that crypto, it would be worth a lot of money. And that's freaking awesome. I know it's worked for me. It's probably worked for many of you. And that is the original Genesis success story to Bitcoin and to a lot of other proof of work coins that are out there, including Ethereum and Litecoin and others. However, take yourself out of your own shoes for a minute and put yourself into the shoes of someone from, let's just say, not in the US of A, right? Maybe in India, for example. I've got a lot of folks in India that watch this channel, and you never got in on that. And there was a lot of reasons you never got in on it. You never had the opportunity to mine. By the time it really came from like a knowledge and awareness perspective, the world passed us by. I don't think Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin, ever really saw like these huge, big mining farms that would be involved in mining Bitcoin. And it's made it to the point where just the average Joe, like you or me, simply can't profitably mine Bitcoin. And so they look at the crypto world as super awesome, really promising, but that world has passed them by and they never had a chance to get involved in it. Fast forward to today. The awesome thing about so many cryptocurrencies that are on the market today is that while most of them will likely fail, every one of them is coming out with some kind of idea of a unique iteration or a change that they are trying to innovate on. Think of this entire like crypto world as just a big petri dish in which we're all testing things, trying to find out what's going to work and what's going to stick. And some things may get adopted into like a bigger crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum, and other cryptos may be so innovative they just overtake others. As an example, look at all the buzz right now in Cardano. Cardano's been around for a few years now, but due to the updates and its decentralized and speedy nature of what's coming out in that crypto, it's really blowing up, both in adoption and user awareness and even price, which is really cool too. So I just say all of that to say, look, it's not about picking winners at this point. It's about finding innovations and people that are doing things differently and thinking differently that pushes the boundaries for all of us. And honestly, that's what I would say about Pi. As a pretty industry neutral person, I will criticize it in things I don't like. I will talk well of it in things that it's doing well. And one of the things that Pi is doing really well is they figured out a way to bring in a larger ecosystem of people. And what's the key to that? Well, it's this right here. It's your phone. If there's one unifying feature that we all have, it's simply this, a phone. I have a phone, you have a phone, pretty much everybody in the world has a phone. And so why not use that as a basis to generate a currency and to build a community around? And that's what's unique about Pi. Now, there's some things that you probably don't like about it. You know, Pi started with building the community first and getting to the technology second, or at least that's the perception of it, right? There's still no blockchain to it. There's still no wallets that you hold. There's still no like way for me to confirm that the Pi that I've been earning is actually really a cryptocurrency. Like I don't really have a way to show that. I have it in the app and some people can transfer Pi from one to the other, but it's not a true active cryptocurrency right now while it's in what they call testnet. And so those are some things you probably don't like about it. But the rest of the world, so to speak, really are not concerned with that. They're wanting to get involved into a cryptocurrency for the first time early in, and they don't have the resources and like to go buy ASICs and build their own mining farm. And so this is a great way to get into it. Many of them also don't have the money to invest in like an ICO and get and find a really cool innovative ICO and get involved in it. And so they feel kind of stuck. And Pi is a really awesome way for those that believe in the value of a cryptocurrency to get involved when the one single resource they have and the rest of us have is just a phone. And that's where it comes from. That's where the buzz comes from. That's where the interest comes from. But it's also where you get a lot of the statements, and you'll see it even on my YouTube channel, of everyone kind of spamming in their comments of their referral code. It's really been a marketing, almost like an MLM first kind of approach to grow. And that's the way B works. It's the way TimeStop works, and probably many other variants that'll come out. And so it feels a little scammy and it feels a little spammy as well. But that is where it's coming from. Now, does any of that mean that Pi is going to be a total failure? I don't know. Does it mean Pi is going to be a raging success? I don't know that either. In the description down below, I will put a link to another video I produced a couple of months ago about 3 critical things Pi needs to do in order to succeed. Those things have not changed. But what I wanted to do in this video is just kind of level set and help you in the US. Those of you that are wondering and curious and skeptical of Pi, I hear you. I hear the skepticism that's in it, but you may be wondering, is there something to this overall? I remember looking just this week, and Pi was listed in the iOS App Store as the number 10 social networking app that's out there. I think it's fallen a little bit now, but that means something. It means that there's interest and there's buzz. And so this video is specifically created to address that buzz and to give you some understanding of like why Pi is taking off and what it may mean. Now, again, hear me. Pi may not succeed, but remember what I said at the beginning of this video? That's okay by me. I'm about the innovation. I'm about the ideas. I'm about any crypto that's doing something different, trying to change status quo to make us all better off. That is why we should all be in crypto. And so if Pi fails, no big deal. Let's learn from those failures. Let's take advantage of them, and let's go and iterate in a better and unique and different way. Also, maybe Pi will succeed, but not be like a stellar success. Well, that's okay too. I mean, I'm happy for that. And then there's the eventuality that Pi is a raging success, and the value takes off when public wallets are released and there's exchanges that are marketing and selling it, and a vibrant goods and selling ecosystem inside of it. I mean, yeah, it's ambitious, but I think it's exciting. And guys, if there's one thing I've learned, to get a little philosophical with you for just a minute, life's about the journey. It's not about the destination. That's why I don't get into things like, what's Pi going to be worth? Everyone wants to know my answer to that. I'm not going to give you my answer to it, because that is not what the journey is about. The journey is about, let's see what this Pi thing can do. Let's see what it can innovate in. Let's see where it can be successful, and let's see where it fails. And that, my friends, is why Pi has taken off. It is pushing the boundaries in some unique and new ways, and it has brought in a worldwide ecosystem of people that are interested in the crypto, but had no way to get in any other means. That's why Pi has taken off. And so I hope this video helps you. Just short, just quick, just a bit of info to give you some context since everybody is talking about it. So I hope that helps you. By the way, if you're interested, definitely subscribe to this channel. I talk a lot about Pi. I talk about startups and being an entrepreneur and how to be successful in life. I talk a lot about the things in crypto that interest me. I just did a video on Celsius wallet that is super cool. I am all about all things technology. And so I'd love to know what you think about it and if you think this whole project will be successful and maybe even what success means for you. All right, guys, that's it. Appreciate it. Thanks.